King David talks about us, how in his prayer he says, teach me to number my days, that I may apply them in wisdom. It is important to know your number of days, but how many of us know the number of our days? Well, some don't even want to know. Like, what would you do if you knew the number of your days? Well, today we're going to talk about preparation. I want us to share something about preparation. My name is Annette TK, and welcome to the Manifest Academy. As always, here where we share all those things that help us thrive, that bring out the greatness in us. And among them is preparation, because in life, everyone goes through a phase of preparation. And there was something that I was looking at. There was a teaching that I listened to, and it was marvelous. I listened to a lot of them this week, but then, maybe last week, but they spoke things I would like to share today in this podcast. But then we're going to go straight to Proverbs chapter 30, verses 21 to 23. Now, 21 says, under 3 things the earth trembles, under 4 it cannot bear up. A servant who becomes king, a godless fool who gets plenty to eat, a godless fool. This is the NIV. This is the NIV version. So the 3 things that the earth will tremble about, under 4 it cannot bear. 3 things the earth trembles, and under 4 it cannot bear. When the earth trembles and cannot bear, that is something. That is something. Now the ones that cannot bear is under a servant who becomes king, a godless fool who gets plenty to eat, a contemptible woman who gets married, a contemptible woman of contempt, and a servant who displaces her mistress. Now, those are things the earth trembles about. A servant who becomes king, a fool who becomes rich, a servant who displaces her mistress. Then a contemptible woman who gets married. A contemptible woman who gets married. Like, you are really married. And when I was listening to this teaching, they were saying that the common thing with all these people, these are people who have not prepared anything. They just found themselves in that spot. They found themselves in that spot where they are now the king, and that is the servant is now the king. Then that is the contemptible woman who is now a wife. Like, that one cannot manage it. The earth trembles, it will reject it, and there will always be trouble for something like that. Or even a maid who takes over the mistress. You know, that is where the world trembles. And does not tremble because they have taken over. It trembles because they have not prepared for that position. Now, that is how important preparation is. Even just on a normal day, if you look at it, if you think about it, there are people who win these lotteries that come about. But do you know we have never had any of them on the world famous people, maybe the top 10, top 40. We do not hear those people. We don't hear. If they are there, maybe they didn't tell us that they began by winning lotteries. So we really do not know about them. You know why? Because they are among the fool that became rich. Yes, the fool that became rich. Because they did not prepare for it. So they do not know how to handle it. Remember the whole time, one of the keys of manifestations is that you have to be made from the inside out. It is not the inside. Because I have got the money, I may not be the money. But even if I don't have the money, I can be the money even within. But that takes preparations. I'll give a story of the 10 virgins. They were all virgins. But then what happened? They were all virgins. They were all righteous. They were all those things that they needed to suit for the groom that was to come. But when the groom delayed a bit, then we realized only 5 were the wise ones. These are the ones who had prepared. They took time to prepare themselves for these things. But then the other ones realized they did not prepare, and they attempted to ask from those that had prepared. These ones told them, no, we can show you where we got these things. No one can prepare for you. You have to prepare it. And no matter whatever thing that you want to manifest, the greatness that you want to be, the God that you are. Because you know, all of us are uniquely identified, and we are great in our own ways. So there is no way that I will prepare for you. No. That because you know what God has called you to do, You think that is enough. That is not enough. That is only the start. But there is preparation that you need to go through. You need to really go through serious preparation. Now, so when you get something you're not prepared for, even the earth is destabilized. It's destabilized. Like, things don't work for you because the thing is, you're not that thing. You just got it. You're not that thing. You don't even believe it. Nzani is your say. But I tell you, when you are that thing, you don't even get surprised. Do you know that? You don't get surprised. When I think about it, like Jesus, when he was walking on water, he was not surprised that I am floating. If he did that, he would sink. Because when the apostle Peter, when he was in shock, he sank. But you see, you're only surprised because you are not that thing. And believe me not, you will lose it. Because you're not. No, you're not. You're not prepared. How can you be it? You're not prepared. I am telling you how important preparation is. It takes you everything. Why do you think some of the people who have started from down, then they start, like, some of these wealthy people, some of them, they, like, one day I was Starbucks, I think somewhere there in Nasana. There was a kid that I saw there as an pump. They could look like this P7 people, that is, I don't know how, or whatever, but look like that was that young. So the brother guy told me that so when you see the guy is being a manager probably after university, you think just against the year. No, they have started from somewhere below and they know everything. Someone like that is able to defend you. Someone who has made it straight without shortcuts, such a person will have compassion for the people that are below because they know what it is to be in that position. Usually such people will not be proud. Usually such people will not be arrogant. I am telling you. Even if you just see it in our day-to-day people, there are people who are arrogant and proud because of the positions that they hold. But look at them. They just got themselves there. They do not know how to rise. But you see a person who has prepared. And preparation is in the rising, is in the process. You need to enjoy that process. Because that is the process that gets you there and gets you to behold that thing for a very, very long time. Because you don't want to destabilize the earth. You are going to fail. You are going to fail. Like how Cain killed Abel. When he killed him, even the earth rejected him. So don't think some things are innocent. Some of you be thinking maybe they cursed you, they bewitched you. No, they did not bewitch you. The earth rejected you. Remember, in the beginning, the earth was without form and had no, and they spoke, and God spoke, and everything formed. So do not look at all these things like this. These things here, the earth hears, the universe hears. They hear the voice, and we who are made in God's image, we speak. And then, so don't think that someone bewitched you. No, you've not prepared. And for me, everything I get, I lose it. You lose it because you did not prepare. Sometime my supervisor was telling me something. I really don't know where he got it from, but he told me that everyone in the world has two opportunities. Like, they have two opportunities. That opportunity will come back again. Okay, I don't know where he got that research. But what I want to believe, what I know for sure, is that opportunities will always come. Sometimes you say this person is lucky, this person is lucky, but that person is not lucky. That person is always prepared. And when they are prepared, they know how to sustain and push until they catch it. Opportunities do not come for people who are just seated there. Because even if it comes, you will not see it. That's why some people do not know how to give a thank you. They don't know how to say thank you, God. Thank you for the life that you have given me. Because they do not know that it is an opportunity that some people do not have. But I tell you, in your preparation is what keeps you there at the core. So when this year began, what plans did you have? Okay, yeah, now the plans you set, then what did you prepare? Did you prepare for them? Or were you thinking they are going to just come on you like that? They don't come like that. You have to prepare. Now, the problem with us, this generation, we like things for now. But the beauty, and maybe I thank God for that really, is because for me, I enjoy the process. I just enjoy the entire process because I am so sure that I will get there, and I would rather take my time to get there than fall from there because I did not prepare. So in the same way, you have to accept preparation. But how do we even accept that preparation? How do we prepare? Now, I do not know very many ways of them, but some of them are, you have to discover God first of all, it is important to discover God in your preparation. For whatever it is that you want, you need to discover God. Because in Genesis 1 says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It was like in the beginning. That's when this thing happened. So there was God even before the beginning. So you in the beginning, first discover God. Discover God, because whatever it is that you want to do, what is your... What are you looking at? What are you focusing on? What do you want to be? Except if you want to go and rob everyone. But I am talking about the kingdom way and how you thrive and stay there and leave a legacy. That legacy that does not cease. You have to first discover God. And because he is the author and the finisher. Now, he cannot finish what he did not start. That is why you need him in the beginning to be there. Then you should also discover yourself. That's the second one. After discovering God, discover yourself. But I want you to know that because you have discovered yourself, you have known what God has sent you to do. Do not be comfortable thinking that you have made it. No, that is just part of the process, which you should enjoy. After you have discovered yourself, when you discover yourself, be free. But the problem, yesterday there was a movie I was watching. It's called something date. About that date. Something date. So this guy was being like a date for hire. They hire him to go on dates, to do what he was looking for tuition to go to Yale, the university. Now, this guy, he became everything, because anyone wants a date. I want maybe I want an artist. I want a date, an artist whom we're going with to see art. Maybe I want a high school dancer. I want to go into the date with maybe a pilot, with maybe like everything, an engineer. The guy would do research on whatever it is, and he would go on the date and he would be spot on. Like, that is how much this guy over time, he no longer knew what he was. Even when he got an interview at Yale with the guy who would let him in, this guy even just played the part. Because he had already done research on this guy, he played the part and even got that vacancy there. Imagine. But this guy had lost himself. Like, he didn't even know what he was. Because when they were telling him, but why don't you just be yourself? He said, I don't know even who I am. So what I am saying here, be yourself. Discover yourself. I was reading, there's a book I read, and there was a story of a certain guy. He was working, he was doing his white collar job, but this guy was good at art. Drawing this art, you know, these cartoons, like those art cartoons, these ones with big eyes, those ones which they would draw in newspapers back then. Did they stop drawing them? Like those, you know, those cartoons that speak, they're those cartoons. The guy would draw those things very well, but the things would embarrass him. So he would just draw them because it would come natural and easy. He would just draw them and throw them there. So one time, but he had his white collar job and he was struggling, as sometimes there is some kind of struggle. Now him was on that kind of struggle. Then someone visits him at home and tells him, oh my God, these things are very nice here. You have these things, come and you draw here. He said, no, he cannot draw. He has always been good at that thing, but he cannot draw because it embarrasses him. Now imagine it embarrasses him. So this guy got for him, told him, no, you can just bring these ones. They took some samples in some, I think, publishing, and they liked other things. They told him to come around. They gave him money times more number than what he was earning his white collar job, because that was it that he could do. That's why I'm telling you, everybody is great in their own stature, because everyone, even these people, like the great people that we know, the Elon Musks, the presidents, rulers, politicians that we admire, these ones also were once babies in their mother's arms. So they were like us all over. So we can be those things, but we need to discover what we are. Let's not shy out from the things that we are. Like you see Moses, he was also like a child, but he led the Israelites out of Egypt, and he was a great prophet. The man was great. But even Jesus himself, he was in the hands of Mary, so he was a baby at some point. So all those great people that we see, they are not different from us. No, they are not. We can be those things, and we can be even better. Our case study is Jesus, and Jesus did great things. He did miracles, he performed miracles, opening eyes of the blind. He spoke, he's the guy that even now, see, I am speaking about Jesus. Just look at it. How much greatness is that? But he says we shall do even greater things than he has done. That is the promise for us who are believing in him. Now, if you first don't discover him, how would you know that that thing is even there somewhere? So you need to discover him, discover yourself, and then go through with the process. When you discover yourselves, then go, just go. Because for you, God may have told you you were going to be a serious politician, but believe me not, you are not going to start as a politician. When you do arrogance and want to go in a politician, then take an opportunity, take whatever fake thing you're trying to take, you will fall down eventually, and yet that was your actual power. Everyone is powerful and they have that thing that we are waiting for to help us. Maybe you're the one going to discover the HIV medicine and you're just there, probably on some white collar job you have tied on what because they told you maybe go and do law or what, but you're supposed to have discovered HIV drugs 10 years ago. What are you doing? People are there perishing. You are supposed to have discovered cancer drugs, like serious stuff. You're the one supposed to do maybe the best movies around town, and then we can laugh and relax. Because even the Bible says a merry heart is like food, makes the bone strong, you know? So we need every kind of anything that God has placed us, because each individual of us is an exact representation of the power and the manifestations of God. So for you, why are you seated on that which you have? Let it out and let the world have to see it. That is how you manifest the person that you are. And believe me, you cannot lack. Basically, what I am saying is follow the process. And you're not going to, like I was telling you, you're not going to start as the mayor. If that is what God has called you to do, you're not going to start as a mayor. You may start like a cleaner, you may start like anything, but believe me, just go. It is all part of the preparation. Do you think David, the boy, knew that he would be the king? But even so, the prophet Samuel had told him that he's going to, he actually anointed him. So you are anointed of that which you are to be. But do you think he went to the palace just like that? He did not go to the palace until after 40 years. That is when he went. He went back, he blew his flute, that flute, he went tending the sheep, and he was using stones. He didn't know that that stone was going to kill the Philistine that was bothering the children of God. So whatever position you are in, you do not know the preparation that is there. Take it and take it happily. Be there in that job that you are doing. Be there in that position of yours. Because that is all part of the preparation. But every time you're complaining in that position, you are failing the preparation, and you cannot go anywhere. You have to prepare, because that is the process. But like Miles Monroe says, the doctor who is now departed, but he cheated death. Those are among the people that cheated death, because he wrote books and we still even dwell on them even now. The guy was wise as well. But he says the richest place is the grave. Because there are books that were never written, there were songs that were never heard, the movies that were never, the political offices that were never taken. Like for those who fail to discover themselves, who fail to come out, to go through the process and become that which they ought to be, they end up in the grave and they go with all that wealth that was to be. But do not be deceived. Because even like if you cannot do, they will make another person do it. Yes, and you may think, okay, let me go with my thing. No, you will go alone. They will bring another person. But that is not something that you are. Then when you reach in heaven, sometimes then you go and see the movie of the things that you could have been, and you have been and nothing of it. All you did was go give birth to 2 children, then give birth to 2 children, and then get a degree, get a job, give birth to children, get married, and die. That is all you did for us. Or you didn't even do for us. I don't know, did you even train the children for us? Okay, what I'm trying to say, just come out of yourself. Discover God, discover yourself, and go with the process. There where you are is the right place, but that is part of the process. That is not the end. Look, anticipate that thing that God has showed you that you want to be. It is from within that you get these things. Well, today I want to just talk about preparation so that you can enjoy the place, because as the year is ending, let us not lose hope that we didn't get the things we wanted to get. We are in the preparation. All those things come up to play at the right moment for whatever it is that you're doing. Thank you for tuning in as always, and I want you to subscribe. You people, subscribe. I need you to subscribe. I need more subscriptions. I said I need to make like 200 before this year ends. So you need to be helpful. Share with your friends, neighbors, loved ones, and all the people that you wish well. Have a lovely, lovely day.